Raider Nation, what's going on? We are days away from the NFL schedule dropping, and I want to know what you guys think, your prediction on what the Raiders are going to do this year. Last year, I know we only won 4 games, man, and it was a bit rough for the Raiders, man, and we started out pretty good, and it seems like after that Ravens game, man, everything just went downhill, man. Now, I want to know what you guys think. The schedule's going to be coming out. We do know the home opponents and the away opponents, but we're not sure exactly what the actual schedule is, when we play who. But I do know one of the big games this year is going to be Dallas, man. That Dallas game is going to be crazy, man. I believe it's probably going to be the most expensive game in the NFL. One of the most expensive games in the NFL. I know last year one of the ones was the Steelers and Raiders was pretty high. I think it was average about 600. So I've seen a couple games, man, like in the black hole going for like 1,500, which I think is crazy. I'm not sure if they're going to stay at that, or, you know, it's always early, you know, when people have that prediction like that. So I don't know if it's actually going to stay like that, but it is pretty high. But me, honestly, I see we had a schedule prediction. I believe, I think it was Fox one of them put out, say we're about 7.5 wins. I think we can squeeze 8 to 9. Reason why I do say that is because Raiders did definitely upgrade in the QB room. And we also added Genty as well. I know we were lacking a lot of QB play last year. So I do believe that the Raiders definitely are going to be better this year. Now, when you look at the division, we already know it's got to go through Kansas City, man. KC, right now, the Dogs, they've been first for the last couple years, Super Bowl champs. I know they lost last year. But also, when you look at the QB room in the division, right, you got Bo Nix, which is the youngest, right? They did really good. They turned the whole franchise around. You know, Broncos, we had beat them like 3 years in a row. Every single year we beat them home and away, and then they finally had beat us, which was crazy. But to go 3 years in the Broncos, we just basically just like, y'all sit down, you know. And then you got Herbert over there with the Chargers, and then you got Geno Smith with us, and then you have Patrick Mahomes, of course, right? Now, look at this coaching, right? It's a lot of older coaches when you look at it. You got Andy Reid, Sean Peyton, right? And then you're going to have this little bit of feud going on, this rivalry between Jim Harbaugh, right? And then Pete Carroll, right? They go all the way back from college, man. So it's going to be pretty interesting, you know, to see how they play each other, man, because that rivalry amongst those two and just the history in the NFL as well. You know, but I believe the Raiders are definitely going to, I can see, squeeze about 8 or 9 wins. Hopefully we can try to squeeze into the playoffs, man, and try to get that wild card spot. But the division games are going to be very, very, very important, man. We're going to have to win the division games, man, because, you know, that right there is pretty much 8 of your games, you know, and you got to win those, man. I know last year we were like 4-13, man. But we can't be doing that, man. We lost a lot of games, man. Lost a lot of straight games, which was crazy. I think it was like 9 or 10, which was crazy, man. I mean, that was very, very heartbreaking. And we were just like, man, you know. But Max Crosby stayed in there, man. He kept his heart, you know. And, you know, that dude's a leader, man. And Raider Nation, we stayed with the Raiders. You know, we watched every single week. But I just got a different feel this year. I mean, that the Raiders are definitely going to be a lot better, man. So we're going to have to sit back and see. But I want to know you guys' prediction, man. What do you guys think the Raiders' record is going to be? And if the Raiders did upgrade this year from last year, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. Drop me something in the comment section, man. And also, if you like my videos, man, I'll be dropping more. Trying to stay up on it. Click that subscribe, man. Much love to y'all. Peace.